Hello guys, it's TheDerpDoesItAll here. Now, today I'm gonna skip my original routine of playing Minecraft to share with you guys my creepypasta reading. Normally, it wouldn't be TheDerpDoesItAll if I just played MC, Minecraft, or else I would've just named my profile to DerpDoesMC. But, today, I'm gonna be reading creepypasta. As you notice, I have the nice little Lavender Town theme music in the background. That's another creepypasta that I will read later. But for now, I'm gonna read a very famous creepypasta, somewhat famous. Mario. Now, if you want to see a better version of this video, please head down to Some Ordinary Gamers. This is a sort of free promotion for them. Head down to their channel if you want a better version of them reading this, because they have like Mario 64 in the background, so it's pretty good. But I'm gonna read this my way, so yeah. So Mario. Mario is a Super Mario World ROM hack. Okay, I had a little bit of technical difficulties there, but okay. Mario is a Super Mario World ROM hack by SMW Central user Adam. The hack patch can be downloaded here, and they have a little link. The patch itself is made by a CM Central user Mario, whose avatar is SMW Mario without a face. She used to not be seen as an active. 1 month of no activity makes you inactive. As she posted mysterious and eerie things now and then, just before she would turn inactive. As of recent, SMW account has been cancelled. Find the original thread here. And a little side note, according to the website, you can download the thread. Story. No, this is a true story, and it sums up what's going through my mind. I was playing this. I had no idea I was about to be bullshitted the way when I played this, and I could say it's by far the creepiest hack I've played. If you are on RIC and you heard me talking about it as well, but anyways, it's late at night, and I don't have a lot of time, and I need to get sleep. So this is all I have time for. It all happened on tonight of all nights. I was bored, obviously contemplating what I thought I could do to waste time as I chatted with people in SMWC. We had good times, shared a few laughs together. Out of our boredom, we decided to patrol the hacks waiting to be moderated section. Seems like we had quite a bit, 33 if I recall correctly. The first few hacks I saw sorted by date, and a couple were really horrible ones with bad screenshots to boot. Naturally showed these hacks to the centralities currently on SMWC. We were laughing at how bad some of them were. It's only that's what you had to call Mario. That's it, nothing more, nothing less. The description seemed quite odd, as if some Japanese hacker was trying to translate the original plot for Super Mario World into English and failing horribly. I showed this to Kieran, and he started laughing at it. I read as follows. You play the role of Super Mario Plumber. Verify that you are beautiful Princess Turo. Again, Bowser kidnapped the evil king. It is your job to save her. Hack includes 6 levels of very long. I simply dismissed this as someone trying to act Japanese and release a crappy hack with some edits. Or so that's what I thought at first. Hey, guys, a little side note on this. This game is actually available to play on certain websites. You can download it from IndieDB and GameJolt. They make pretty good games. Here's a nice picture of it. Curiosity got the best of me. I decided to download the hack, not knowing what I was in for. Since the single screenshot of the hack was the title screen, nothing else but the letter Mario from the Super Mario World title screen. I thought it was a little odd how there were no dates or anything either, as hackers usually place their name and dates on the titles to mark when the project was started. When I opened the hack, I was greeted by 2 files, one called 30714. It had a simple .txt file, 27 gigabytes in size. The IPS file simply named Mario. So I wanted to see what the author of the hack had to say. But when I opened the hack in the notepad, nothing but indistinguishable symbols and letters and punctuation. Sort of like how when you open a ROM in the text editor in Notepad, since the author completely copied his ROM into text form. Though I could be wrong, taking a closer look at the top of his text file, mixed in with the gibberish, I found a thing that looked like English there. So here's a piece of what I found. Find me, find me, find me. To be honest, I didn't know what to make of this. I thought it was simply a waste of some time by making me find some text in a gibberish file. That I'm willing to bet no one will ever be able to make sense of. I decided that my interest was growing steadily. I would start looking through my horribly disorganized download folder for a copy of a clean ROM, which I downloaded a great deal of time before the events of tonight unfolded, and an IPS hatcher, of course. My job was Lunar IPS. So I proceeded to move the ROM and the IPS patcher to the folder with the hack. I patched the ROM, not knowing what to expect, and quickly hurried to drag it into the ZNES play what I thought would be a terrible ROM image. Noticed on I booted up that the author had taken his time to change the header on this hack. No, instead of the usual Super Mario World altogether, you normally see when booting up the ROM and Z and SNES. Just have to let us Mario there again. At this point I gained a little hope because normally people who would do horrible half-assed edits to the ROM normally didn't bring enough change to the header title. I thought this was enough wasting my time with this, and my mood brightened slightly at the thought of seeing what the author had to offer in his interesting little hack. So the title screen loaded exactly like it would in Super Mario World, except it just said Mario on the title, like I mentioned earlier. Something else grabbed my interest more so than the unusual absence of layer 3 tiles on the title screen. Mario's normal bright and colored happy palette seems, how can I put it, dull. What was once violet-like and red now seemed like gray with a slight red tint to it. Fairly sure his pants were looking more gray than blue, too. I thought this was strange and wondered why he had decided to give Mario such a dull palette. Regardless as to what the intentions are, I felt something was wrong. Not in the sense the palette was slightly bad, but that the hack was empty. Like something had happened. Upon pressing start and selecting a new file, it was like a lot of other countless Mario hacks I've played in the past. There was some sort of intro screen that basically described the entire plot in a short paragraph just small enough to fit into the small black box. I began reading. For the most part, the message stayed the same, but a winky factor made this interesting. Apparently, the main antagonist of this hack wasn't Bowser at all. It was Mario. The message was as follows. Welcome, this is Dinosaur Land. In this strange land we find that Princess Toadstool is missing again. Looks like Mario is at it again. What this wasn't the original message for Super Mario World, I thought to myself. Normally I wouldn't think any of this, seeing how over nearly 2 years at SMW Central, I've played countless hacks and I've seen many different intro messages. But this one was really stuck out. At this point I definitely knew there was something odd about the hack. Upon letting the intro level music play, I hit the start button on my controller to finally get to the overworld and begin my journey into this unknown hack. Upon entering the overworld, everything seemed normal. Same old level pass, same old music, but the level names were different. Instead of Yoshi's house like it always been, I've played Super Mario World, now it's just Yoshi. The part house is gone. I thought this was strange and began to lose hope in the hack. It seemed that barely anything had changed from the original. I was hoping to see something new. Well, unluckily for me, I got my wish, as you'll see as you read later on. I decided to enter the level out of curiosity. When I entered, the whole house was gone. No more smoke, no more fire, no more little birdies, no more treehouse. All that was left was a message box. Decided to hit it. Upon opening the message, expected to be replaced with binary, apparently it says notepad. At this point, I was on IRC telling everybody how the hack was starting to weird me out, which in itself yielded some sarcastic responses, but hey, I expected it. Anyways, after this, my interest in the level hack skyrocketed, along with my paranoia. Oh boy, was I in for a fun surprise. So I decided to head left. Upon reaching what was known as Yoshi's Island 1, is now labeled Never Come Back. Now I knew things were going to be all Kaizo Death Trap. Basically, generally people name their levels after Kaizo hacks to make sure the player doesn't go there. To my surprise, it wasn't quite that way. Though I wish that it had been. Upon leveling level 105, I was greeted by an insanely loud clown car sound that Bowser's flying vehicle makes right before Peach falls out. Of course, with my headphones being moderately high, the sound scared the living shit out of me, which wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been so nervous beforehand. I decided at this, it would be best if I turned down the volume on my headphones, not to get any more unpleasant surprises at this one. Guys, I'm just gonna stop a little bit early in the creepypasta. I need to, skip a little bit more down, because we were running one time. I still have the 10-minute watermark, so... And I'm back. Guys, I think I'm just gonna make this a two-parter. I'll end this video here, and we will get back at, when I entered the level, but I'm gonna read up to there. It was now labeled Never Come Back, Kaizo, okay. To my surprise, it wasn't quite that way. Though I wish that it had been. Oh wait, I already did this. Never mind. Little funny thing, but guys, this is my first creepypasta reading, so sorry if it's a little bad quality, sorry if I laughed a little bit, but this is my first creepypasta. This is gonna be a two-parter because I still have the 10-minute watermark. If you want to see a better quality version of this video without a 10-minute watermark, go to Some Ordinary Gamers. I'll leave a link to the channel in the description. Yeah, guys, this was the Derp Does It All here, and I'll hope I see you guys later. Bye.